Hey everybody, it's Yusef for Video Game Plot Summaries, and this is Jade Empire, the third installment of Jade Empire. This is a longer story than, well, I knew it was going to be a long story. It's a good story though. Grand Inquisitor Gia, where we last left off, Grand Inquisitor Gia was showing up so that she could see the Jade Golem be activated. Jade Golems take special soul gems or whatever to power them, and while our girl Granite Fists Lin was in the Lotus Assassins after she got in sneakily, she used her power as a peon to disrupt the jewel shard or whatever it is, to disrupt the soul in the jewel shard so that the Jade Golem won't work well. It just went bad. And after we when we last left off, the Jade Golem went so bad, Grand Inquisitor spotted us, left us to deal with the Jade Golem, which was going out of control anyway. So Jade Golem has to go down. Anyway, yeah, let's continue from there. So after Lin whoops the Golem's butt, she follows Grand Inquisitor Gia to try and stop her from summoning Death's Hand. And check out the sound effect on Gia walking down the steps.
We have warriors across the Empire and other Jade Golems that are not corrupted. You have diminished us, but it is not a mortal wound.
She's a lot heavier than she looks. I mean, a lot heavier. So after another repetitive monologue, Lin and Gia fight. And Gia has a fighting style that allows her to steal your health when you strike her. It added some spice to the fight. Once Gia was done, Lin goes to her throne to get the last amulet piece. Sagacious Zhu appears, too, but says nothing. Watch out behind you, bitch!
He is too powerful. Go! I will do what I must. You knew you could not beat me, exile. I wasn't looking for victory. Just a few seconds.
The old get the tank to knock over the pillars strategy. It's the second time in the game the writers put this in. Anyway, apparently the whole fortress was connected to those two pillars because it's about to go down. Once they escape the cave-in, they gather back at the Dragonfly for a conference. Now, Silk Fox has the proof she needs to confront her father. Originally, she was just going to have to confront her father about Death's Hand doing bad things. But now she knows that her father, Emperor Sun Hai, is in the center of this corruption. So Lin and the rest of the heroes take the Dragonfly to the secret dock in the Imperial Palace. Death's Hand, who took the portal back, ordered the Lotus Assassins to guard all of the palace to stop Lin and Silk Fox from getting to the throne room and anywhere else for that matter. They make it to the throne room anyway, just in time to see Sun Hai interrogating his younger brother, Sun Li, about his plans. He is the glorious strategist, after all. Silk Fox barges in and yells at her dad for being a giant douche, telling him that Master Li's student has shown her the proof. Once Sun Hai hears this, he realizes this is probably all orchestrated by his brother. And Sun Hai points out that Death's hand is the hand. Sun Hai is Death. He orders the Lotus Assassins to kill everybody but his daughter. But when it seems like the Lotus Assassins will lose, Sun Hai changes to his god form. Then, of course, he starts monologuing. Seriously, that's like 3 monologues in one scene. This game really loves to hear itself talk. So, in his monologue, he explains that he has done his job as an emperor, but was upset because nature opposed him with the drought. He was also working against his own health and his brothers who wanted to take his throne. So he took the power of the water dragon and solved all 3 problems in one stroke. Well, now it's time to show and prove, because Lin is there with a fully formed amulet that protects her from Sun Hai's sorcery. Then, of course, there is a 4th monologue where Sun Hai tells Lin that she is just doing exactly what Sun Li had planned for her to do without thought. Just like the water dragon said. Sun Hai pretty much throws every Lotus Assassin left in the Empire at Lin, and they all get decimated. With Sun Hai left, Lin engages. That's the story. Now here's the ending.
Got him. That's clutch.
Proud. Everything has gone as it should. Your abilities have grown immensely, but it also does my heart good to see that you have remembered the basics of what I taught. Even the flaws.
Well, shit.
Psych! So now the spirit monk is in the spirit realm. But no worries, of course, because Lin works for the water dragon. And the water dragon leads Lin to the spirit of Abbot Song, the leader of the spirit monks. He finally tells Lin the truth about her life. So, what really happened was that Sun Hai ordered Sun Li to figure out a strategy to save the Empire from drought. That strategy led the 3 brothers, including Sun Ken, to attack the spirit monks and desecrate the water dragon temple. What's crazy about this game is that they take advantage of the whole all Asians look alike thing and mislead you in the flashback to think that the abbot was actually a younger Master Li. But it turns out that Master Li was actually the man in Death's Hand's armor. Once Sun Hai got the water dragon's gem, the brothers tried to take him out, but he was too powerful and was able to take out both of them. Sun Li ran away and caught up to the spirit monk who was escaping with Lin. Then he killed Lin's guardian, took off his armor, and took the identity of the guardian who took the amulet. This is what cracks me up. They used the all Asians look-alike trick to make the abbot look like a younger Master Li. But when they finally show Master Li in the flashback, he's as old as he ever was. Like, dude, How long have you looked like a 50-year-old man? This flashback was like 20 years ago. Anyway, when he left, Sun Hai used his power to enslave Sun Ken and turn him into Death's Hand. Well, now that Lin is in limbo, the abbot can help her restore the fountains of Dirge. Apparently, it's the first step to restore the water dragon's power and keep Sun Li from taking all the power for himself. I don't know about this. Sun Hai had the water dragon's power the whole time Lin was growing up. 20 years. But now that Sun Li has the dragon's power and the amulet, we are on a timer of less than a month. So Sun Li can sense Lin rebuilding the fountains and revives Sun Ken to retake his role as Death's Hand. Apparently that cave-in buried him right at the entrance. Sun Li and Sun Ken head straight to Dirge. So at this point in the game, they are extending the playtime by talking so much. Seriously, the task is simple. Go to the fountain, beat up the Guardian, restore the fountain. Repeat 2 more times. But every single time the abbot has to blah 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 about the lore, and then the dragon lady pops up, and then the Guardian appears to tell you his whole life story, and then there's no option to skip their talking. You can't go through this episode without some resistance, right? So throughout my time in the spirit realm, I've had to deal with demons and guardians that have been put forth by some sort of entity that took up residence in Dirge right when the water dragon was taken. So, Lin withstands all the talking, fights all the demons, and cures all the fountains, only to find that the monster is 3 versions of herself. Yeah, I really hate this crap. The devs are too lazy to make another bad guy, so they just make a dark version of you and make you fight yourself. But usually the game or TV show plays it off as a way for the main character to fight their own inner demons. This game doesn't even try to reason its way through it. It builds up a bad guy and then just makes it you times 3. So freaking lame. I don't understand this. This game was long already. I'm completely satisfied with the playthrough. Why are they spoiling it with all this crap? Gotta hit that deadline, I guess. So, Lin beats herself times 3 and restores the 3rd fountain, which gives the abbot enough of the water dragon's power to restore Dirge and send all the trapped souls to wherever they're supposed to go. Right before Lin is about to leave the spirit realm, of course, the water dragon lady pops up and gives her more objectives because this game will never end. The dragon lady tells Lin that in order for her dragon power to be restored, she has to actually die and restart the cycle. Her body is being used to provide water, and she is slightly alive in the Imperial Palace. Lin goes through the portal back to the real world. Elsewhere, Lin's posse is all trying to figure out what to do next, and Dawnstar gets a vision from the Dragon Lady telling her to go to Dirge. They arrive by Dragonfly, and Lin meets up with them. Everyone is surprised that she is still there in the flesh and not some floating spirit since they saw her die. So, getting down to business, the group informs Lin that Sun Hai is on his way with the Golem army. The winds are pretty violent, so they don't have to worry about lesser flyers getting the Dirge. They come up with a skeleton plan to hold up behind the great gates of Dirge and go to sleep for tomorrow's siege. In her dreams, Sun Li appears to her to congratulate her for fixing the fountains and make her feel bad for being the reason that her friends died way back at the Two Rivers School, since their death was needed for her motivation. When Lin wakes up, she runs outside and sees that the Golem army is already coming around the corner. Sky comes back from his recon mission hurt and bleeding. He confirms that it's a big freaking army of golems. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Thanks for that information you almost got killed for. We can see him right over there. Anyway, to take care of the army on foot, Kang the Engineer will blow up the bridge leading to Dirge while Dawnstar and Silk Fox protect him. Even though the winds are pretty strong, there will still be flyers trying to get through. And for those, everyone else will spread out and fight them as they come. Sky takes his wounded self to the temple with some explosives to handle small groups that actually get up there. So, the fight happens and all goes as planned. Kang destroys the bridge and stops the main forces, and the others beat up the guys coming from the flyers. But all of a sudden, the bell in the Water Dragon Temple rings. Lin goes up there to find Sky standing there with an explanation. Apparently, Sky was approached by the enemy and offered his daughter come back to life in exchange for betraying Lin and the rest of the group. Sky said yes in order to stop Death's Hand from approaching anyone else. But Sky meant to double-cross them and rig the place with explosives so that Death's Hand's troops would be killed in a small avalanche and Lin could take care of Death's Hand herself. Nice plan. Better than the last one, anyway. Just then...
Very good, Sky. You have proven a useful tool.
Guess again, you slab of rot. That should soften him up. I may not be able to fight him while I'm wounded, but at least I did this. I'll go warn the rest.
Sky skips out so that he can warn the others, leaving Lin and Death's Hand to fight it out. Lin finally makes Death's Hand feel the power of the Granite Fists. A soul projection of Sun Li pops out and tells Lin that Sun Hai is bound Sun Qin to his armor to taunt him. But Master Li feels that he is doing what is right for humanity. He's not here for revenge. He's just, is mad for his family being killed. Sounds like revenge to me. Anyway, he wakes up Sun Qin to fight more, but Lin busts out her spirit monk power, and now the spirit of Sun Qin can fight himself to set his soul free. Sun Li is pretty pissed and tells Lin he is at the Imperial Palace waiting for her. And with that, Sun Qin and all the souls attached to him in the Golem army are put to rest. One dragonfly trip later, the crew is in the palace. Dragon Lady leads Lin to the place where they are keeping her body and...
No!
By all the heavens.
This is not right. Gods do not bleed. Forgive us, great dragon. Our mortal kin are ignorant, foolish, unkind. These crimes will not go unanswered.
I have never seen such a crime against the proper order of things.
Every freedom I cherish is violated by this.
You know, dragons are a staple of ancient myth. I don't quite know how dragons ended up fighting knights and floating around in China, but it's always understood that they are hundreds, if not thousands, of years old. So to see this is a little gut-wrenching, even though it's not a real animal. Anyway, the water dragon comes out and cries about what she has become. She tells Lin that she is depending on her to kill her master Lee, who is harnessing the rest of her power within himself. With that, she returns to her body, shows Lin the part of the machine, and... Once the machine is destroyed, the dragon is allowed to die. The flow of energy to Master Lee is stopped, and he is understandably pissed. Two things. Number one, how in the world do you keep a dragon on the brink of death after you've taken her heart for 20 years? And number two, what kind of glorious strategist doesn't figure out a way to stop our heroes from getting to the dragon? He was smart enough to plan a 20-year hostile takeover of an empire. Yet once he becomes the emperor, he doesn't seem to have any real strategies after that. Everything seems to take him by surprise. Anyway, with the water dragon's power cut off and Master Lee holding whatever power he has siphoned, Lin heads to the throne room for the final confrontation. Once Lin gets there, Master Lee gives her credit for being so resourceful as to beat death. Of all the planning, he never thought he would need a contingency plan for if the hero comes back from the grave. He must not read comic books. Anyway, that is finally the end of the plot summary. And here's the ending.
An impressive display. Your star shines bright, but it is still trapped within a mortal body. Perhaps a more direct application of my power will show you what you are up against. And just how restrictive your shell truly is. Yes, this will amuse me. Worse than actually dying. Seeing death come, and being unable to stop it. Your efforts are meaningless. Do you think to counter my influence by yourself? A god holds you. Nothing in the mortal realm can help you. Nothing!
I have moved with you, hidden, trying to keep focus. I give you all that I am, all that I was. Restore what has been corrupted.
Sorry guys, that last scene was Granite Fists Lin inside a different realm having a friendship party. She's facing challenges, and every challenge she defeats, one of her friends comes out and pats her on the back. So after a while she has all of them until Sagacious Zoo pops up. Then afterwards she breaks out and Master Lee starts monologuing again, trying to explain why he did what he's doing. He just basically didn't want to be the understudy to his brother, or anybody for that matter. But the fact of the matter was that the power of the water dragon was more of a prize and not the winning factor. So him having the power of the water dragon didn't automatically make him the winner. And, you know, there's always going to be a yin-yang push and pull and everything like that. He's now realizing that his own student is the yin to his yang. So after having all his tricks countered, he realizes that he's got to throw the gloves off, and they got to bare knuckle box it for all of the money in the tip jar. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
You surprise me yet again. I'm a better teacher than I thought.
Alright, y'all, that was Jade Empire. Yeah, it was a really good game. I really enjoyed it. Up until the end, when they started getting really verbose. I mean, it was ridiculous how much actual talking. Like, I mean, it actually threw me. I said that was the end of the game, and I wanted to play the ending. But then what happened was that, you know, Master Lee started talking again. They had a bunch of extra story in there, and I just couldn't ignore it. So I had to record another little tidbit there at the end. It's weird. Anyway, I wonder if Granite Fists Lin was able to start the monks, the spirit monks after that. I mean, she's got a long job ahead of her, right? She's got to have a lot of kids, you know? Get back in there, you know, maybe get with Sky, you know, and have some little spiritual Sky baby monks. You know, and one of the weird things is that the whole thing that started the events in motion was that the water dragon had to cause a drought in order for the cycle to begin anew, right? And that's why Sun High took her, killed her, and took her jewel. So, you know, after years of slavery and stuff, people are happy that Sun High is gone, and so is Master Lee, you know? But there's gonna be another drought. I mean, they're a little bit behind. Who knows? Well, the water dragon only knows how long this drought's gonna be. It's probably gonna be twice as long now because they had been enjoying the water for so long. So, you know, that's really nice development for Silk Fox to just kind of fall into. She went from being the daughter of an emperor with two uncles to being an only child and the only one in her family. So she's gonna have to get with Sky and have some Sky heavenly babies too. You know, Sky's got a lot of work for him. Maybe she'll get with the Black Whirlwind and get some of that, some of that big drunkard oaf schlong. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But you know, she's basically gotta flip around and become the Empress of Jade Empire and deal with the drought like right away. So I hope they got all their stuff together. You know, imports and stuff. They might have to call back the stuffy English guy from the Philosopher's area, which I didn't talk about in this thing. But yeah. So of course I really like the story, or else I wouldn't have done the video game plot summary. Nobody asked for it, but I think it's an important game, and to me it's a part of history because well, you know how I am. I like different cultures being represented in these games, and this culture of a Chinese kung fu movie, you know, one of the ones that were kind of ripped from a novel or whatever. I think it was pretty. I think it really kind of held its own over time. The fighting system did not. You know, it's just a bunch of jumping over people's heads and then stabbing them with the sword. You know, I barely did anything else in the whole game, which is fine. You know, I didn't pick a character that you could shoot fireballs with and stuff, even though I could. The fighting was boring enough than to be a range character. You might as well just fallen asleep throughout all the fights in general. But yeah, so that was the story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really have nothing else to say. I'm gonna go ahead and close it off. It's been long enough anyway. So you guys have fun, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.